Welcome back, and welcome to the Simformer Biz News Insight of the Week. I'm here to tell you about certain features of the simulation and the business you are running you might not know, and something you should know, especially sensitive for those that are right now in the amateur league and looking forward to grow their business and, well, before they manage to pull it out of the pinch. So you have a retail business, literally, because A, you have stores, so that's retail trade, and then retail service, so that's the restaurant. The question is naturally which segment will bring you the most of the money so far. Good question, eh? Naturally, the main essential question, so how do we pull that business of yours out of the problem? Analysis, my dear friends, analysis. So let's take a look. You have 3 stores, right? And more specific, you have 3 groups of retail trade products that you can actually sell. So these are the motorcycles and tires, and then the apparel, and finally the food, well, the groceries. Everyone needs food. You have to remember that these 3 categories of goods differ by their consumption rate. Think about it. How often do you buy motorcycles? How often do you buy tires? How often do you buy apparel? And how often do you buy the groceries? Or in other words, the food. What differs in the process is the fact that eventually there's a difference in price elasticity. Or in other words, how will the consumer react to the changes in prices? And specifically here, in quality and price combination. Will it be fast and adaptive or no? In this case, this is very important as you form your product mix, or in other words, as you form your stores or open new stores and you prepare a certain good set of goods for the buyers, for them to buy. It's a question of time, a question of quality of goods, as well as the price for those goods that you provide for your possible clients, for them either to buy them or not. And will those clients will find that good to be, well, in other words, acceptable? If yes, well, most probably you're going to be rich. If no, then you're going to go bankrupt. And in this specific case, lose the contest. Sad story, but pretty much close to real business. Either go bankrupt or go rich, or somewhere in the middle. It's up to you. Naturally, sometimes expanding the business very drastically is definitely not the best choice. Why? Well, you need to have enough money. If we take a closer look, as mentioned, in all these 3 categories of goods that you have available in your stores, and naturally you look forward to sell, as mentioned, think about A, how much you can sell, which means they have to evaluate the market, and more specifically, as you go to any good and you click on the icon of the good, you can see the info of the market. A pop-up will appear and you will be given the size. The volume of the market will tell you how much in that specific city of that specific good is bought over 1 week. So that means that you can aim with a proper quality and price combination, as well as having properly equipped personnel, as well as the store size and, well, advertised store, how much that store can actually sell. So evaluate that market as well as evaluate the competition. The more the competition, the higher will be. In this case, we see the top sellers, not all of them. So if you're not here, well, then maybe there's a reason for that. Naturally, there is such a thing as market development index. It goes from a question mark, if it's absolutely undeveloped, from E as the lowest, and triple A as the highest developed. As you provide different combinations of the quality and price of the good, then naturally there are certain diversification of the market literally happening. As you change the location of the store, you access different target group that is looking for a certain, well, different combo. So in other words, go for a certain, if you, let's say, go to the suburbs, most naturally you will need the lower quality product for a low price, because price is their, let's say, highest interest, right? They're interested in low prices, so the quality naturally can be lower. If you're going for somewhere like city central or the trendy neighborhood, the quality is their priority number one, therefore price can be noticeably higher. However, there are also other things like quality of the service provided that are important as well. But don't forget that as you buy the most high quality goods you want to sell, and you provide them to the market, and you look for, let's say, trendy neighborhood, don't forget that high quality goods also means that you will sell not as much of them as, let's say, average quality goods or cheap goods, right? Because there will be less, well, in the city center or in the trendy neighborhood, the population that has higher income is naturally smaller compared to the population that has lower income. So don't forget that as well. And so now, as you know about a little bit more about this business, it's up to you to find a proper combination of goods. Don't forget that you can mix the categories together. Mixing shoes, apparel, and motorcycles with tires is not a bad idea as well as apparel and food. Any visitor that comes to your store and looks to buy, let's say, food, might think about buying a t-shirt, underwear, or a baseball cap as well. So at the same time, one buyer can buy not one good, but actually a couple of different units of goods, which provides you additional opportunity to have additional sales. I believe on this hint, I will say goodbye to you on this week, and I will see you next week. Good luck.